So this guy over here at Dairy Queen has decided to use the only handicapped parking spot, but he's not actually in it. And he's asking this guy for directions for the last 5 minutes over there. So I nicely approached him and I said, "Sir, that's a handicapped parking spot." And he said, "Well, it's the only spot and I need to get directions and I'm not moving." So these are the things that people need to realize. I don't care if you're getting directions. There's one handicapped spot and it's meant there for a reason, not for parking in it and almost using 2 spaces like this. That's a little bit much. So that kind of handicapped parking spot stuff really bugs me. I got ice cream. My mom is watching Sasha. I'm getting over a bad sinus cold, so I didn't go to work, but I took kind of the morning off to sleep in a little bit and try to recuperate, because I feel like I'm just getting further out in the deep end with this cold and trying to get rid of it. So I came here to our local Dairy Queen, which is an ice cream place, to get some ice cream because Sasha doesn't like anything sweet with her sensory processing disorder, and she gets total anxiety waiting in the car, so I figured it'd be my treat to not be rushed. But you know, that kind of handicapped parking spot stuff happens all the time. I looked around the parking lot, sorry. There was 4 other parking spots, and no, they weren't the closest ones to the building, but I hear that excuse all the time. I'll only be 3 minutes. I'll only be a couple minutes. I'm just parking here, running in and coming out quickly. And I timed that guy. He was there for almost 6 minutes chatting with that guy and asking about directions while he was parked in a handicapped parking spot. He had no placard, and I asked if he did, and he said he was not handicapped and he did not have one, and to mind my own business and get back in my car. That's what he told me. And I feel they are put there for a purpose, for easy accessibility for people who actually need them, and these people just don't give a damn. They just don't care what 6 or 7 minutes mean to somebody else who is handicapped and may be looking for that spot. So I had a guy at Walmart today, but after this, for instance, that I showed you at Dairy Queen, when I got Sasha and we got some things at Walmart, I've had some people ask questions before about, you know, they see this little girl and, you know, why would she need a handicapped parking spot? And yeah, she walks a little funny, but why isn't she in a wheelchair? Like, I've gotten so many criteria of questions. It's crazy. So I had a guy approach me today, and he looked at me and I looked back, and then he came over and he goes, "Do you know that's handicapped parking?" And I said, "Yes, I know, my daughter's handicapped," and I explained from A to Z so he could have his encyclopedia of knowledge from us about what Sasha had, and I could educate him a little bit more in a friendly kind of way. And basically he told me that he wasn't in a handicapped parking spot, but he has a friend who's actually in a wheelchair due to being over in the war, and he got paralyzed from the waist down. And we were talking about how so many people abuse these privileges, and that he's gotten comments before when he's with his friend about how it's such a privilege to be handicapped, and we get all this accessibility, and we get the closest spots to the grocery stores and Walmarts, and you know, we get, you know, special privileges all over and discounts. And I'm thinking to myself, like, really, it's such a privilege to be handicapped? I was kind of baffled by that. I don't know why people get the mindset of, they think, oh, we're handicapped, so we have special privileges. And you can switch any day with my daughter, and you can see that it's not something that we think is fun or a privilege to stand by, but it's what she goes through on a daily basis, and this is what she has to deal with. And to make her life a little bit easier, we park close and we do what we can if we don't have her wheelchair, or sometimes she's getting really independent and not wanting the wheelchair and wanting to just do hand in hand. So especially in the heat with asthma, it's a huge struggle for her. So thanks for watching, and I hope, you know, next time you see somebody abusing a parking spot, tell them this is not the place you park. You can park somewhere else because somebody truly needs this spot.